All right, people, I got a special AMD update. It's also like a more of an educational video as well, just to explain the facts. A lot of people, well, even professionals, a lot of people, they say things and give kind of bad advice. I want to just say what I said, because I talked about AMD all through this, okay, and the whole process, right? I made several updates special for AMD. In my last update, I talked about the key support 13, 12, 11, okay? And exactly, instead of saying that, oh, there are people saying it's going to go to 10, and this is reckless. Anybody, any profession, just anybody telling you stupid things like that, they're just guessing. In my opinion, I explained that AMD going to 10 would be a negative, okay? A negative in terms of that this stock is a stock that is setting up in the big picture of things to go to 25. In order to go to that, you got to maintain a certain momentum. Now, even though we had this pullback, it's okay. It's still setting up for we're setting up for the next move, okay? And this we may not even confirm in another week or two because one of the things is the volume has to come back in, and we need to strong. Now, I'll talk about this whole thing. There's a lot of things I'm going to talk about. Let's quickly talk about the confirmation. Um, I don't expect this to happen. I expect that, but it can happen. That's another thing. It could happen, right? But right now, as it stands, this is what needs to happen for AMD to really take off, to test 18 to 19. So let's talk about that. But before I talk about that, the thing is that this stock is right now stuck in a chop zone of between the 1490 and 1234 now, okay? Because if we were to bust 1234, any closes below that would lead it to test to the 1125 area, okay? This is a possibility. Now, I'm not saying that's, I'm just saying right now, I'm not guessing or aiming, I'm talking about what's the reality. The reality is the stock is still stuck in a chop zone. We need volume. I explained we need a strong volume close. This was a good close, but not on the volume that I like, and not even as high as I liked. I would have liked a higher close, but it's still good. This is still very positive. Okay, not perfect, but positive. Let's talk about the confirmation that might happen. Okay, and I'll be making updates on AMD when necessary. I'll make comments, people. This is just another update that I've made. The last one was about, I think, from last week. There was nothing necessary. The stock was chopping. I didn't make comments. AMD is setting up to test 18 to 19 on the next possible move. But I must explain the key facts, which I've been doing, right? The April 21, 14, or 15 calls could be used. So these options are very good to use still. We're going to go take a look at those. So AMD right now needs to break above 1490 on some strong action volume, right? Not only we got to break with power, okay? Strong action volume is 10 million on a 10-minute chart. Usually AMD, if there's good volume, let's say we happen to close around 1450 on Monday, let's say, which should be good. We would then need the follow through power through 1490. I'll make more updates if necessary, but as it stands right now, this still needs to get above 1490 on some strong action volume. And if it does so, we break out properly, we could get a good move, right? But the key is the right action, the right volume, people. Right? Now, if it just touches 1490, when we don't have power, and we need to watch it base above 1490 and look for power towards 1510, 1520. Again, I'll make comments if necessary. I don't think this is going to happen, but you never know, so you have to make a plan. But right now, as it stands, that's what needs to happen. This special video is more of an education to tell you that I really know what I'm talking about when it comes to identifying breakout stocks. And I want to show you an example here. I have a stock called BA, and I want to explain you why I'm talking about this. I'm going to show you it on my stream. But this is this plan that I talked about, and this made about 400% gains in options, people. This is a you can go. I'm going to show you where to look. I'm going to explain. So here is the day that it actually confirmed my plan, but it still was good as a trade because it didn't go high enough, right? So I made a plan. I reiterated it with the chart with the same plan, but I actually said that if to buy above 171 or look for or buy the 170 or 169 and a half. But the stock never gave that. It gave the which I like I preferred buying the power, which it did. So right around 171, right? The top range of my plan, which was 170.5, I actually paid 50 cents more. It didn't matter because we broke up properly. We had the extra volume. Even though the stock was overbought, it didn't matter. Look at the move because I know how to identify. I said the targets were a 180 to 185. Look where we hit. Even just a little bit higher than that. This is called analysis skills, people. And I want to show you how you could find out and see for yourself. 1 second, people. All right, people, here I am on Power Trigger Trade on StockTwits, okay? And I scroll down on my stream, scroll to February 17. Look at this, at 8:45 a.m. Look what I said, okay? I reiterated this. I said, this plan for BA is still good. Either look for this to hold above 170 to 168.5 or buy the power over 171. Well, people, right on February, right, that was a Friday, it broke. I mean, I was in this, I was loving this, right? Broke 171 and a $15 move on a stock like that, and you're in. And now the calls that I mentioned in this plan, you must see this plan. The BA said the calls that I mentioned in this plan were the 175 March 17 calls. They're about to, they're going to be gone soon. Going to expire. They're still actually they're still up from this day. Anyways, they're still way above. They costed, you'll see in the video, I show the options. They costed 90 cents. They hit a high of $1,000. Not that we got it at 90 cents. That, on confirmation, you're looking about $1.20, $1.30. Okay, depending where you bought it. Where I bought it was in that area because I bought the high end of it. But it did not matter. Proper confirmation, proper action leads to big gains. And this was, again, this you can see for yourself. This is documented. What I do, I tell it how it is, people. My plans are documented, and I make these videos to show, to educate. All right, people. So there you have it. Here's my website. Well, not my website, my YouTube channel, Power Target Trades. My website is over here, Power Target Trades. Same name, but you go there. I have some great videos, again, very well outlined plans that showed 300% gains in Google with weekly options, 200% gains with Apple with monthly options. People, I talk about the facts, right? Things have to confirm. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything and tell people baloney like most people are being told baloney. Most of these so-called professionals out there are talking baloney. Oh, it's going to go 10, buy it at 1, buy it at 10. Buying AMD at 10 would not be a good idea. I've explained that. I know a prop for AMD, if it would go to 10, that would mean is not going to go see 25. Let me put it that way. But anyways, let's not guess. Let's play the plans. This is an option plan, people, for 102% gains. That's what I specialize in, making options between 100 to 300% gains. I do this all the time, but confirmation is key. We don't enter unless it confirms. You see the Central Power Trigger Trade? I would advise you to subscribe so you can see a lot of other things and educate yourself and study. See, I study the video, people, because if you listen to my style and see for yourself, you will see the power of Power Trigger Trade and my plans. Nobody does it like this, people. So anyways, this is an education, AMD, people. Talked about the facts about AMD. So there you have it. A great update, people. See the Central Power Trigger Trade? It's going to appear here in a circle format. Simply click on it to subscribe. Thanks for listening. Like the video.